Welcome to Blacksburg and Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies. And don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me as always, and this will send chills up your spine. It's time for Enter Sandman. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
Will take over. First and 10.
Gonna run it. It's Mason. Shakes off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat, and it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
They'll give it to him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand in the ball.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Still looking on the move. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No game. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Phillips. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that side.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Back to pass on second down.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Backed up in their own end. Don't hold the ball too long. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Maddox. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Scanning the field, it's Knowles. Makes the catch, it's Little. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a show. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Toss to the outside. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Might be calling a hot route. 3rd down play from the gun. Fires it down the seam. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. We got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. DB's right up on the receivers. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his second interception in the first quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
They'll give it to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback may change this route. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner will be dragged down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the
racing to the right. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, oh, man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
35. Virginia Tech, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Keith. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Knowles. Oh, they're after him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the back. He's got it down the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Love the 3rd down call, throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
The Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. On the move. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Sets up the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to throw, it's Knowles. Zings it complete to the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and Listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Memphis took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Tigers that fired on all cylinders. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's looking deep. Ball's in the deep ball. Turning on the Jets. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he's got it! Touchdown, Virginia Tech!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. First and 10.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Knowles. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one.
First and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Listen, he's running for his life. I get it. The QB gets scrambled outside the pocket. I just like to see him flick it out of bounds real quick. Counts as an incompletion, and no sack, no loss of yardage. Live to fight another down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Mason. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. He wants it all. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Hokie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Yellow Jackets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure coming. And as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. To the air, it's Knowles. Swings it out to the flat. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his big tight end. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Heath. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off play action on first down. Looking deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Looking for a man. It's Collins. Caught. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14 score.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy. They
want to run this quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Virginia Tech, 35.
The Hokies will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Make a play on the squib kick just inside the 25. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped.
And the Georgia Tech offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made...
Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Knowles. Got his man in the middle. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he was able to break 1 tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The DBs will back off a bit. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Vols have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's caught. It's Selden. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offense?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He'll take another shot here. Snags it down the right side. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Hokies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it past the marker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Handoff to the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quick strike complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. To the air, it's Knowles. steps away to find some room. Uncorks one to the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Hey, this offense, man, they talked about it coming out of half. They wanted to get their guy into a rhythm. To do that, man, you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. He's been hit a lot. He hasn't made that many plays throughout this football game. They got to do a better job of protecting their guy.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last two plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect the quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Coming out with it, it's Heath. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And to open the fourth quarter, they'll start with a field goal attempt. And if they can make this and turn it into a... They put on the heat and they blocked it. That's a live ball. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Dashing the knee on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks, and he's running.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Knowles. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Hard running there. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to run for it. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Goes to the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
I'll tell you, this is a guy, a quarterback, that I trust throwing the ball on 4th down, and I trust him running the ball on 4th down, too. Go with the option. Let him make the right read. He does. Calls his own number. His athleticism takes over. They pick up the first.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Using his legs, it's Mack. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 7 over Ole Miss. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He might want another play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Keeps looking downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. He's got it down the left. Lots of running room. What a play there. He's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Dances away. Unleashes to the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. And the Hokies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Under fire. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
They just keep firing. Here's a heat. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
And they'll try to fight a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Took a shot as he threw. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun. pressure. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. And here they come, almost all the way back.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Getting aggressive here and going for two. He'll set up to throw. Battered at the line and incomplete, and that's a great way to play pass defense if you can get the pressure. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got the first down. Looking for more.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. The corners are walked up tight. Might as well give it to him again. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Alexander. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun.